Hola. Today we're going to talk about positive and negative words, which exist both in English and Spanish, but they're a little bit trickier in Spanish. So first we're going to say the word nada, which in English means nothing. And then all positive and negative words have opposites, right? So the opposite of nothing would be something, or algo in Espanol. Nadie in English would be no one. The opposite is alguien, which in English would be someone. Ningún or ninguna means not any or none. And the opposite of that, algún or alguna, means any or some. Ni, ni, would be neither nor, and the opposite, o, which would be either or. Nunca, which we should already know, means never. The opposite is siempre, which in English means always. Tampoco, in English, neither, versus también, in English, also. Okay, so I want to make sure you know what all of these mean, both in English and Spanish. There's a couple of things you need to know. So, the words ningún, algún, algunos, algunas, etc. Are only used before nouns, and they must match in number and gender. So if I wanted to say there's no cake here, or there's not any cake here, pastel is singular and masculine, and it has to be a negative word because it starts with no. So no hay ningún pastel aquí. That's the negative masculine, or that's the singular masculine form, and singular masculine form negative. This is going to be a positive word. Manzanas is feminine and plural. So the positive word, if I want to say there are some apples here, would be algunas, plural and feminine, because manzanas is plural and feminine. Okay, another thing, if you start your sentence with a no, you have to have another negative word later on in your sentence. So if I want to say, I don't see anyone in the class, what I actually have to say, I can't say anyone or someone, I have to say no one, because I started my sentence with a no, so I can only use negative words. So no veo a nadie en la clase, which literally says I don't see no one in the class. But in Spanish, you have to use double negatives. Double negatives are required in Spanish, so that means if you start with no, you have to have only negative words. You can also have triple negatives, quadruple negatives, as many negative words as you can possibly say. So, for example, no quiero beber ningún, singular masculine, because refresco is singular masculine. No quiero beber ningún refresco, nunca, tampoco. Because it's negative, I can only use negative words. So I don't want to drink any soda ever either. But really is I don't want to drink not one soda, never neither. But because it's Spanish, you have to use double negatives or more negatives. And so you can only use negative words. Okay, we're going to practice. I don't want any spinach either. No quiero. So I want to say any, but because I started with no, I can't use the positive word. I have to use the negative word because I have to use double negatives. So no quiero ningún, and then espinacas is feminine and plural. So ningunas has to be feminine and plural. No quiero ningunas espinacas. Either, this is going to be tampoco, because in the positive it would be también, in the negative it's tampoco. There is nothing in my backpack ever. No, there's nothing. I started with no, so I can only use negative words. Nothing would be nada. En mi mochila. And then ever would be like always, but I can only use negative words. So the opposite of that would be nunca. No hay nada en mi mochila, nunca. I can only use negative words when I start with negative. He doesn't like bananas or avocados. No le gustan. Gustan has to be plural because bananas is plural. Neither plátanos nor aguacates. No le gustan ni plátanos ni aguacates, neither or. Someone is at the door. So this is a positive word, so I'm not starting with no. Alguien, someone, está en la puerta. She always studies something. Ella, it's a positive word. I'm not starting with no, so I'm going to use positive words. Siempre estudia algo. And then I need some books. Necesito algunos libros.